Old business. Okay, we've got online registration for Texoma. Is everybody pre-registered for the Hammerama down there?
No.
And if not, why?
Too late.
Well, an honest answer is an honest answer. We appreciate that. But it's time, it's open, and the pre-registration does help everybody out that's running it, you know, to know what kind of things to expect as far as dollar-wise and whatnot. So, and if you buy your special raffle tickets early enough, you have a chance to win. And they're giving away a 7610, which I think I probably need in my shack.
Another one?
Another
Third
one? Another one. I think 3 would look lovely. As Tom said, a handsome addition to my shack. So anyway, I've got my tickets. You guys get yours. Okay, and new registration package. All right, new business. Arnie, you had a couple of things.
Let me go to Dave for the equipment committee.
Okay.
At the request of Sam, and we need to allocate some money, and 2 items. First one is the ARL equipment insurance, and that was we're asking for $400 on that. The bill last year was $273.70, but the insurance will probably be going up. We just don't know how much. So a safe amount would be $400 for that. So I guess we vote on these separately. Okay.
Motion to allocate not to exceed $400 for our insurance.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
And that was equipment insurance.
Yes. Now, one thing that Dave was talking about, the reason it's going to go up is because our policy is a policy that is based on current values.
Stated value.
And so rather than a discounted and depreciated amount, we're at replacement cost, and so therefore we have not reevaluated the value of our equipment in apparently several years. So it's gonna make a difference. As of right, like just an antenna alone now, if you want to look at it that way, has gone from what DB214 was $700 or $800 not very long ago. Now they're over $2,000. I mean, it's just the way things are. So I guess with that, anybody else have any other discussion they'd like to mention? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Dave.
Now, a separate motion is to allocate $400 for the tower insurance. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but they redistributed the cost across different clubs, and some of it was not. We were paying kind of an unfair share, and now that's more equitably distributed. So again, $400 for that, and that'd be a safe amount for that.
Was it 400 or there was?
It was 400 for each one.
Okay.
So the first one was for the ARL equipment insurance.
And then the next was for the tower
And the second
insurance.
was the tower insurance. And which also includes, I believe, the insurance at Ham Holiday, or previously did, now
Yes.
they're bearing that for
That liability insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have a motion on the floor? Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Have a motion? Any second?
Second.
And a second. Any other discussion? Call for the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Dave?
That's about all I have.
Okay. Arnie, you had something else?
No, that was.
Okay, that was it? Okay. All right. Any other new business we want to talk about? I can't read that. Route 66 is on the air. We've talked about that some. We're just gonna go over it. Is that what we're gonna do? You can read it. Why don't you read that for me, please? That's too, those are really fine prints, man.
Need new glasses.
That won't help.
Okay,
Like a
coming up,
contract.
in September is the All Ham Club Dinner.
Where's it gonna be?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, I'm gonna explain that. I was gonna tell our new member, once a quarter, all of the ham clubs get together. We have a dinner, we call it the All Ham Club Dinner. And representatives from each club get up, talk about what clubs are doing, any activities, etc. And it's just a chance to get together, meet and greet, meet folks from other clubs.
And bring your wife on.
It's-
Yeah, she'll be bored to tears, trust me.
No, she goes.
Not as much as you
there
think
are
my wife.
limits.
And,
Come bring her and make her friends.
Of course, ham's like nothing more than.
Well, she
to
likes
get
Golden
together and
Palace,
eat.
so I may be in, you know, she may be in for.
Oh.
But,
Change?
Golden Palace.
location has
Golden
changed.
Palace?
Woo-hoo.
The,
Now come
the
back.
chow hall that we were at before, what was it, Pickles, on Pickles Steakhouse, has closed.
Oh, my.
Not for the lack of business, he couldn't get he wanted to retire, he wanted someone to take it over, nobody wanted to, so he closed down. So we're gonna be not necessarily across the street, but just down the street at Golden Palace on Meridian, not the Golden Palace that used to be in Midwest City,
It's
this
been
one's
closed for a
on
while.
Meridian. And we began
Good-
at
good
6
chow.
o'clock, huh?
Good job.
Same people,
yeah.
same people run.
Basically the same, menu that, was at the Golden Palace here in Midwest City.
The address is 1500 South, if anybody
Yeah.
wants it.
But, it's on the east side of the
No, I
street,
just
and
looked
if you
it
get
up.
to the river, you've gone too far.
Depends on
So-
which direction you
It's
come
on the
from.
corner of 15th and Meridian.
Yeah, if you're coming from the south and you cross the river, there it is.
I know exactly where
Now,
it's at.
on the liquidation of the excess OCAPA property in the repeater fund, that's yours.
Okay, as everybody knows, I was kind of pushing, trying to get some money together for the club for expenses for our repeaters fund, which is coming up. I mean, we've got some expenses gonna have to happen. We've already talked about 2282, and so anyway, we've got expenses that's gonna happen. We just don't know when, and obviously how much. So we're holding out for some sales, hopefully. But in order to take advantage of those things, we necessarily needed dollars. So we had at the ham holidays, we had things that you guys donated, and we appreciate that very much, that we sold and raised a little bit of money. And as a matter of fact, the last count that I saw, we had $1,153. Is that right, Arnie?
It's, you didn't know this perhaps, it's up $100 more now. It's $12.53.
12, okay, it's 1253 because you got some money from Hal. Okay, yeah, and as of today, and then that was another 100, so that makes it 1253. So that puts us in pretty good shape for heading into the season of going to be needing a repeater, but we're still going to be shy because we've got other things we're going to have. So with that in mind, think about. We have a table, OCAPA has a table at Hammerama, and so think about things that you could donate, and for those that didn't bring equipment to donate at the ham holidays, we had a jar there to donate, and by golly, it did a little better than what some people might think. So the idea was that either our club members either donate something, you know, or they donate some cash. It didn't matter. Either way, it's 6 of one, half a dozen another. So I think probably, you know, we'll continue that trend, or hopefully in Hammerama, and raise enough now, or raise the rest of it that's necessary in order to take care of the equipment that we're going to need for 2282 and or anything else. But I think 2282 is the one, and so that way it won't take it out of our general operating budget because we just don't have it, you know, to do that. So anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody that did that. I thought it was a fairly good success that we did. So hopefully we'll follow that up and raise a little bit more. So, yes, sir.
Just for myself, I don't know that much about it, but do we know that it's the repeater itself, or is it anything to do with the antenna or anything else?
We know that there's a problem.
Yeah, I do too.
and you know, Dave and others, Don Clark and so forth, have gone through this thing, and the repeater itself and looked at it and retuned cans and it just,
Well, I know there's been a
The-
lot done.
the biggest
done with it,
problem,
I appreciate it and all that, but
the biggest problem I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, but I think the biggest problem is somewhere between the connection at the radio, at the repeater, and at the emitting site, which would be the bays on the antenna. Unfortunately, we cannot, it's not that we won't, we cannot get up that tower. We can't inspect our feed lines, we cannot inspect the antennas, we cannot inspect anything, other than just looking at it through binoculars on the ground, that's it. So, I mean, so we're very limited on what we can do, and that's just right there at the repeater itself. The thing that we would like to do though, because of the linking capabilities with 275 and 21, if we had another matching type transmit receive of a repeater, the DR2 as an example, then on 2282, then we could link all three of them if necessary, if the time ever came that we wanted to do that. And there might be a time, you never know about conditions and whatever happens catastrophically across the city or whatever, that we might need to do that, we might need to. So that's what we're hoping for.
the only thing I'm getting at is you replace the repeater itself, it may not help anything.
We already know that. If we replace the repeater itself physically, because we took 2-1 down there
Okay.
and brought it up,
Okay.
it makes no.
In other words, we're looking ahead eventually, for whatever reason, we're gonna need a new repeater anyway.
Site.
No. And for a week or two, we took the repeater that's down there and operated it at Newcastle, and it worked beautifully.
Yeah. So the problem is not the box.
Yeah.
The problem is somewhere from that connection to where the signal is
I
actually
have a
emitted from the-
question.
Yes, sir.
Has
Clint.
anyone looked at a new site?
It's been discussed, we talked about it, I think, at the meeting last month, a little bit, but, it is being discussed and I think I have personal opinions about it, and that's what I'm telling you is what you're paying for, is my opinion, and I think eventually, and we don't know when or anything, but eventually we're gonna have to move.
Yeah.
2282, it's gonna have, I think it will happen, that's my opinion, I think it will happen, it's just a matter of when, we don't know.
Yeah.
We have no idea when. It could be tomorrow, it could be
Okay.
eons from now.
Then we should be looking for a new site.
We should be looking for a new site, so anybody that has an idea, if you've got a spare 200-foot tower in your backyard, you know, that would certainly help us out a lot. We can put it on. And hardline, yeah.
Does anybody have any pull with the commissioners? There's a big tower on I-240, I'm not sure, but it's out around Anderson Road. It's a couple hundred feet, beautiful site. I don't know if you could get permission to put the repeater there. It's got great coverage, it's up on a hill.
I can tell you, I don't know any, personally I don't.
Yeah.
I don't, does anybody else know?
Yes.
County commissioners?
If you're talking about the one near the, Midwest City water plant?
No,
No.
it's on I-240, Anderson Road, south side, it's the county.
It's like the county
It's the
barn.
county commissioner.
Okay, I have no idea on that, I was thinking, you were referring to the one near the water plant, Middale's already on that one.
So who's the county commissioner out there?
Mom?
I think it's Vaughn.
Yeah.
No, not a brother-in-law to anybody in here, huh?
Well, I drive by that almost daily, and that's a very, very busy tower.
Is it busy?
It's
There,
loaded.
there
Is
are
it
some,
loaded?
there are some other negotiations going on right now, won't discuss, but, good possibility of a good location. And when Sam Smith gets back, he can, give you more information on that.
He's up cruising the Great Lakes right now, I guess, huh? But, got his kayak out.